Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be making a layout using these pictures. My daughter and I just went to see the Barbie movie recently. We really enjoyed it, and so I couldn't wait to get these scrapbooked. So the first thing I want to show you is this Barbie title. I did create this in Cricut Design Space. I used a font called Dolly. It was free from dafont.com, and I do have a download available free in the comment box down below. So if you would like to download this title, you are welcome to just by clicking the link in the description box below. These are the pictures that I want to scrapbook today, and I have went ahead and matted them. These pictures are 3x4 in size. I've matted them by 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 with the white layer, and then 3 1/2 by 4 1/2 with the black layer. We had a fun time taking some selfies outside of the theater. This is my daughter Tatum. She's 13, almost 14. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do is create a base layer. And so I've trimmed this down to 11 1/2 by 11 1/2. Let me move this out of the way. And to create this, I am going to be using the smooshing technique. And so I have the Distress Oxide Salty Ocean. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit down on my mat. And then I have a water sprayer here. I'm going to put a generous amount of water, and then you can use some packaging. I like to use these clear envelopes, and I'm going to rub my fingers in here, and then I'm just going to start putting it down on my paper. And I'm just going to create a fun blue background. And this is going to be my base layer for building my layout. I'm going to give it just a little bit more. Putting some of that down. Getting some more water. I am just using the Close to My Heart White Daisy cardstock. You could put this on watercolor paper. I find if you don't use a lot of water, you don't have to necessarily use watercolor paper. You could, but it's not necessary. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and set that aside and let that dry. And then I just like to clean everything up with a baby wipe. And then I can reuse this envelope. Now that my paper's dry, I can go ahead and start building my layout. I want to start with a 12 by 12 sheet of black cardstock. And then I'm going to bring in my sheet of blue. And I have this down to 11 1/2 by 11 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Now it did get a little bit of warped from the water, so I am going to use a little more adhesive, and I like to use this glue, the Art Glitter Glue. I just find it really sticks it down better than like a tape runner adhesive. And I'm going to put lots of glue all over just to give it good coverage onto my page. If I had used a watercolor paper, it wouldn't warp like this, but I'm okay with just adding more glue to get it to stick down. So anywhere I'm seeing a bubble, I'm just going to add more glue. I'm going to just smooth it out. Okay. For this next step, you're going to want to take a 9x9 sheet of raspberry cardstock. And if you aren't aware, Close to My Heart's raspberry cardstock is going to be retiring soon. So now's a great time to go ahead and add this to your cart and stock up because it's soon going to be retiring. The color for Close to My Heart's cardstock is two-toned. So I like this bright, vibrant side. And what you're going to do is you're just going to put it in your trimmer diagonally and trim this down. And then we're going to keep a piece of it here, and I'm just going to add it to the corner like this. And I'm going to go ahead and put glue, except on the very edge here, because I am going to add another sheet of paper there. And so I kind of want to be careful not to get glue right on the edge. So we'll add that here. All right, and then I did look into my stash, and I just looked for some pink paper because Barbie and pink. And this was from the Dreammakers collection. I just cut down a sheet, and this is, let's see, I believe this is 1 1/4. Yes, 1 1/4 by 12. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kind of slip this in underneath. Like so. There we go. And then I'm just going to add a little glue. All right. I believe I want my pictures. I want Tatum about right there. And then the other pictures of us probably about like that. And then of course my title, I want it up here. Now I want to bring in some embellishments. So one thing I know I want to use is I want to bring in a film strip. So I've went ahead and cut this out using black cardstock. Now this is from the M Bloom card making workshop. So this is a die. Let me bring that out so you can see that. So this is what I've cut that out with. This is no longer available, but if you have it in your stash, go ahead and pull that out. However, the M Bloom digital art collection is still available. So I went ahead and linked that below because that film strip is still available. So if you download the if you purchase the digital art collection, you would have this film strip die forever and ever. And so I think that's going to look really cute, just kind of behind there. And you can't go to the movies without popcorn. And so I want to stamp, I want to use this stamp. This is the Moments That Matter, and I can't believe it. It is still available, so I've linked it down below. But look at this popcorn. And so let me grab out this stamp. Let me pull this out. And let me move this over just a bit. And when you're stamping, you want to put this little foam insert in with or underneath your cardstock. And I'm going to pull out the raspberry ink. Again, that is retiring, so you want to grab that if you don't already have that. And I'm going to ink this up. I do twist, twist, tap, tap. Press down, hold it for just a moment, let that ink soak in. Perfect. And then I do have my stamp chamois, so I'm just gonna give it a little wipe, clean that off. And then there is a die, but before I cut that out, I have a little colored pencil here. I think I just want to color in, let me move that foam. I just want to color in the popcorn. Normally I would use my Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, but since this isn't an alcohol friendly ink, if I tried to use those markers, it would smear. And so I don't need anything fancy. I just want this popcorn to be colored in, just to give it a little bit of yellow. And so I'm just gonna color this in. Nothing fancy here. There, I like that. Now with the, let's pull out the die. So here's the die, and I like to put a little washi on there just to hold it in place. So we'll line that up, stick a little washi on there, and let me run this through my die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have that cut out. I think that looks so adorable. I think I'm gonna wanna put that about right there. I know I want my pictures here, so let me go ahead and commit to those and get my pictures glued down. If you are enjoying this video, if you would go ahead and hit that like button, and if you're not already a subscriber, if you would consider subscribing and ring the bell, filling it in so that you are alerted each time I upload a video. I have been uploading a new video each week. That just helps my little YouTube channel grow, and it lets YouTube know that you like this content so that you will see more. I would really appreciate it. Okay, let's go ahead and get this glued down. So for this film strip, I am going to use a little bit of the liquid glue, and I think I'm just going to put it on the edges here. So we'll get that glued down and kind of at an angle. There we go. And then we've got the word Barbie, and then we want the popcorn. So I think the popcorn should be popped up, and I've got, if you ever use the Close to My Heart shakers, this is the circle shaker. They've got all these. This is the insides, this is the trash. And it's not really trash because these are great for using the foam squares. These are really easy to peel. I love it. So we'll put some popcorn right there, pop that up. And I think I want to glue Barbie down flat. So I'm going to put some glue on here. Glue that down. Perfect. Okay. So this is looking really good. I like this. So now I need to start working on the bottom. And I think I want to bring in another film strip. Oh, you know what? I think I want to move this up just a little bit. Let me see if I can move it up. And the reason I want to bring it up is because I want to bring in the word movie. And let's see if I can do that. I have these letters. These are the simple serif uppercase. I've linked those down below. Let's see if I can fit the word movie here. I think I can. Barbie. We'll just move it over. M-O-V. M-O-V-I-E. Perfect. So I am going to, yeah, I like that. Let me grab my tweezers. Perfect. All right. And I think I do want to pop that Barbie up. And since the glue wasn't quite glued down, I can go ahead and put some foam on the back here. So let's do that. Perfect. All right, now down here in the lower corner, I'd like to repeat that same element, and then, so I have this film strip kind of going this way. I'd like this one to go this way. And so I'm going to go ahead and glue this film strip down. And then I'd like to add some journaling down here. So let's see, we did that way, so let's do it this way. And then I really like, let's see, I like this stamp. I like this Memories. This is called Everyday Featured Attractions. So I went ahead and stamped that out, and it has a thin cut. I've stamped that out in the raspberry again. I've also stamped the word amazing, and I went ahead and used the black ink. Now I did get a little smudge on here, but I'm going to cover that up so no one's even going to see that. And then I've also brought in this stamp. It is also still available, 11 right now. And this is so cute. Let me show that to you. That's this. Can you see that? And it has the ratings, and it has like the 5 stars. And I thought that would be really cute colored in with the, let's see what this is, bright pink shades. So let me go ahead and color that in. I'm going to use the lightest of the bright pink shades and just color that in to bring in that pink color. And we'll give it 5 stars. So I want to do amazing memories and then tuck my journaling right there. And then I want to bring in another popcorn just to tie that down. Or bring that down. So I think just another little popcorn like that. So let me go ahead and get that glued down. Just kind of, maybe just kind of tilt it a little bit, because we tilted that one that direction, tilt it this way. And then I don't have my journaling written down, but I'm just going to lightly tack it. And then I can journal on it. I want to kind of center that there. And then I want to do just a little bit of stamping. So on this stamp, the Everyday Featured Attractions, I think there's only a few left in inventory. So if you like this stamp set, you might want to grab it. But look at all these cute little, look at all these little stamps that they have. There's like these little stars and diamond type things. And so I just think it needs a little something. So let me grab my black ink and a tiny block. And now I just have to decide which stamp set that I want, or which stamp I want to use. I've got my block. Oh my goodness. I can't decide which one I want to use. I like them all. I kind of think this, maybe I'll use a couple. I like this little one. I mean, these are so tiny. And I'm going to use my archival black. And I just want to stamp a couple, just maybe in a little triangle around here. And I like that. So let me grab another stamp. I think we have room. We could do another one. Maybe one that's a little bit bigger. I'm just stamping it off on a piece of scratch paper. And I'll just kind of go around these clusters. And then, you know what, since I did two, I think that looks good. And then for my third, because I like to do the rule of 3, I think instead of stamping a third, I want to bring in some gems. And I do have these are from the Stamps of Life. They have some really nice gems. And so I found these in my stash, and these are kind of like that raspberry color. So let me see if I can get these off the page. I usually have trouble with them sticking to my nails, but let's see if we can maybe just oopsie, that's what I mean. They just kind of go everywhere. I think I just want to use these in these clusters. This is a bigger one. Let's see if I can. Oh, they're just flying all over the place. And then let's use these little ones down here. I think I lost the sticky for that one. That's a dud. I might have lost the sticky for that one too. Nope, it's on there. Okay, so I think I like that. What do you think? Leave me a comment down in the comments section. Have you been to the Barbie movie, and what did you think about it? Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.